With the holiday season well behind us, you probably are not thinking about what your kids are going to want next Christmas, are you? But the high-stakes toy industry is. Toy manufacturers are working hard to catch the hearts and imaginations of kids nationwide. Toy guy Chris Byrne joins us this afternoon to provide a sneak peek on what we can expect to see on store shelves this year. Chris, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Great to see you. Now,
nice to be with you.
Let me ask you this real quick, Chris. Let's take a quick look back. How did 2013 turn out?
Well, 2013 was definitely challenging. It was bad weather in the spring, so summer sales were off, and there were no big movies that traditionally drive sales. So
right.
it was a little bit of a soft year. I think the official figure is it's down 1%. But if you look at the toy industry, that's pretty average, 1 to 2% either way over a given year, because it is a changing industry.
Okay, well, let's move forward. Talking about 2014, what are your industry predictions?
A lot of things are really good. Coming off the hit Lego movie, Lego's introduced yet another property. This is called the Mixels. Now, they've developed it with Cartoon Network, so it's really pretty ingenious, because these are characters that mix up together, and they team up to create other kinds of characters that solve problems and do stuff. The toys are like 3 or 4 inches tall, 50 to 75 inches, so it takes the story and lets kids engage with them and be creative as they play. We've also got some great stuff for video games. This is the Nintendo 2DS. It's a great starter system for kids ages 4 and up. The reason it's so good is it's actually one piece, so it doesn't have a hinge, so it's easy for kids to do. It's got the 2 screens, so you can play the 3DS games in 2D. $129.99, so it's a good opening price point for a kid who's graduating into their own handheld. And of course, Nintendo has terrific games like Disney Magical World, which is coming in April. You can play with 60 different Disney characters, so it's really, really engaging and very kid-directed. Puts a kid at the center of the play experience. Now, Doc McStuffins has been really huge in the past couple of years. Just Toys has introduced the Walk and Talk Docmobile Doc. Here she goes. Press the button. This is the prototype. So, she's working. She's making a house call. She's got her Lammy, and she goes along. Different ways to play with her, and again, it brings the whole TV series to life, which is what kids love as they make up their own stories about Doc McStuffins.
Oh, you caught my heart there with the fire truck.
Yeah. Now this is Paw Patrol, #1 show on Nickelodeon for kids 2 to 5. Really, really clever show. It's all about these pets who actually are superheroes, and they transform magically into superheroes with these accessories. And of course, they're constantly saving the day. Really collectible toys. And here we go. This is on a roll Marshall. So we put Marshall the dog into his doghouse, and he rolls along, and it turns into a fire truck.
There we go.
This is one where parents really wanted the toys. It took them a year to get them out, so everybody's really excited about these coming from Spin Master. It's also a good year for educational toys. VTech, they've been on our most wanted list for a bunch of years. One of the reasons is they work with educational experts to make sure that the toys are developmentally appropriate. At the same time, they're really fun. This is called Go-Go Smart Animals. It builds on their Go-Go Smart Wheels. We've got these really cool animals that run on wheels, and they'll run around the tracks, and they hit smart points, so it helps kids engage and learn and play as they go along. That's about $39.99 and coming out in the fall. So this is really, I think this is going to be another hot one this year. The Smart Wheels sold out and won a lot of awards. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Arts and crafts, even with all this technology that we talk about, arts and crafts are still really big. This is the Crayola paint maker, trading on the marker maker for last year. Now, you start with this great sort of white base paint, and you have these little strips of pigment that you put in to the paint, sort of according to the card. You can mix up the different number of strips to get the card in there. And then what you do is you set the paint in here, and it's just like at Home Depot. Because whoa, I did that. That's not like what happens at Home Depot.
Don't do that.
But you wind it up, and it mixes it up. It mixes up the color over time, and you end up with a color just like a finished color. So it's really kind of fun, and you can calibrate it to create your own colors. It comes with 15 of these, and of course you can get refills. So that's really, really clever. About $24.99 coming in June.
You've done this for a while. You've got the inside track on this. What is it that makes a toy hot? How do these guys know what to use to catch a kid's imagination?
Well, I think, first of all, it needs a way to engage the kid's imagination, because it's never about the piece of plastic. It's always about what happens in a child's mind, and it gives them a chance to have new experiences and express themselves. And something like this paint maker is, kids see this at the Home Depot, and they go, isn't that cool? I mean, if you've taken a kid to a hardware store, they're fascinated by that. So now they get to do it themselves. So anything that empowers kids, and you get to stick it all over yourself, anything that empowers kids to do stuff, it really helps make it hot. You get a character like Captain America here. These are Marvel superhero mashers. Now it looks like a basic action figure, but you can pull his arms off, which kids, I did that with figures that weren't intended to do it. But now you can do it, and you can mix them up. So it really is imaginative. So we've got, you know, Spider Hulk here, and Captain Hulkman here with Captain America and Hulk and Spider-Man. And kids, you know, it really gets the kids' imagination going, because it's never the piece of plastic. It's always what happens in the imagination.
Because you're right, we did that whether we were supposed to or not. Chris, you showed us a lot of electronics.
I know, that's what Crazy Glue is for.
It's a new, that's right. It's a new age. New things are happening. Is there still a place for traditional toys for kids?
Well, absolutely, because a lot of these are traditional toys. One of the things we see a lot is that the child development hasn't changed that much over the years. The props may change, but the things kids need out of play really stay the same. And there's a lot of technology out there, which is terrific, but technology's really only made the toy box bigger, and it's allowed kids to have different experiences. You know, we used to talk about travel toys.
Right.
Those are really gone, because kids have something like the Nintendo 2DS or a smartphone to take with them on the road, so they don't need a travel toy per se. But really, the classic play and the stuff that fires the imagination, still really, really big.
Chris Byrne, the Toy Guy, thank you so much for sharing that with us this afternoon. I'm kind of looking forward to that myself. Now, if you would like to read more toy reviews or get toy ideas for your kids, all you have to do is go to DelmarvaLife.com and click on the Show tab. Okay, so from fun to food, two of my favorite things, by the way. Up next on Delmarva Life, we're in the kitchen with celebrity chef Barbie Marshall. She's helping us put together a couple of New Orleans-style dishes to kickstart the Mardi Gras celebrations. But first, let's kickstart the Where is Brian guessing game. Brian, we need our first clue.
Well, Jimmy, you are in luck. I just so happen to have a clue for you. Here you go. Clue number one. President Abraham Lincoln has a connection to this location. So where am I? Not yet. You have another clue and the big reveal coming up.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln, I can remember that. But first, the Harlem Globetrotters are coming to town, and we want to give you tickets to the game. We're going to announce one winner each day, all the way through Friday. Each winner will receive a family 4-pack of tickets to the February 25th game at the Wycomico Youth and Civic Center. If you'd like a chance to win, just go to DelmarvaLife.com and click on the Show tab, and then fill out the required fields under the contest link. And by the way, congratulations to Rebecca Pfeiffer of Fruitland in Wycomico County. She's today's winner of the tickets to the game. You enjoy that, Rebecca. Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.